Good evening from Lagos, everyone. I am Nifemi Oguntoye, and this is Beyond 100 Days. Let's dive into some of the biggest stories today. The Southwest Governors Forum now has a new chairman after the demise of the former governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu emerged the new chairman at the zonal meeting of the Southwest Governors, which held at Lagos House in Ikeja, the state capital, today.
On food security, the forum acknowledged the efforts of the federal government and decides that our various honorable commissioners for agri at all of our states should begin to meet and set up a working template which will encourage collaboration based on each state's comparative advantage in the agricultural value chain. The Forum on Minimum Wage. The Forum supports the efforts of the federal government, the Nigerian Governors Forum, and the organized private sector on their ongoing conversations with the Nigerian Labour Union. The Forum believes that the outcome will reflect a true fiscal federalism that we all preach.
All the 6 Southwest governors also unanimously adopted the song Ishewa Fun Ilewa as the Southwest anthem. We'll keep you up to date with all of the resolutions made at that meeting subsequently. But let's turn to Rivers State now, where a high court in the state has dismissed a suit seeking to declare the seats of 25 lawmakers vacant for alleged defection to the All Progressives Congress, insisting they are still members of the PDP. This ruling was presided over by Justice Okubule Basam. In its judgment, the court held that the lawmakers are still members of the People's Democratic Party after the claimants failed to provide proof, as required by law, of the defendant's said membership of the APC. We have details in this report.
The claimants, Hyacinth Amadi and 3 others, approached the court to challenge the eligibility of Martin Amiehule and 26 other lawmakers as members of the House of Assembly. It is just one of the cases that have come before the judiciary relating to the lawmakers' controversial defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The court in its judgment held that the lawmakers are still members of the PDP after the claimants failed to provide proof as required by law of the defendants' membership of the APC. The presiding judge, Justice Okubule Basam, faulted the absence of the APC membership register showing the names of the lawmakers and their membership cards, amongst others. He added that public statements and media publications do not serve as proof of defection.
For declaratory reliefs, it's not about what I admit or what other person has admitted to. It is about you proving your case. You don't rely on the weakness of the defendant's case. You must, by the operation of law, prove the case on its merit. You must show that, in fact, that the persons you are alleging to have defected has in fact defected. It's not about what goes on the internet, what you watch on TV, what you read up on the pages of newspaper. That is not where defection takes place. If you need to say that somebody has defected and has also become a member of another political party, you must show hard evidence of membership register of one such person belonging to another political party.
The judgment of the State High Court comes as a relief to Martin Amiehule, whose position as Speaker of the House was threatened by the emergence of a faction.
The court clearly stated that Right Honorable Martin Chike Amiehule remains the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, as well as other members are quiet and remain members of the State House of Assembly, and their laws, the laws that are passed, are legitimate, and the state government is bound to obey the laws passed by these honorable members. That's exactly what the court said this morning.
The court in its judgment also held that there was no proof that the lawmakers are no longer members of the PDP through resignation, death, expulsion, or procurement of another party's membership.
Interesting developments from Rivers. Joining me now is former member of the Rivers State House of Assembly and Chairman, Emuhua Local Government Area, Chidi Lloyd, joins us on the program this evening. Mr. Lloyd, thank you so much for talking to us. What does this latest court judgment mean for the legitimacy of the 25-member State House of Assembly in Rivers State.
Thank you very much for having me on this program. What today's judgment has done is to further buttress our assertion ab initio that at all times, Martin Ameule and the 26 other members of the Rivers State House of Assembly are members of the State Assembly and have the capacity to enact laws for the good governance of Rivers State. That's exactly what the court did today. And the interesting thing in this scenario is that they went to court. They went to court against Martin Ameule, joined the governor of Rivers State, the attorney general of the state, and the government of Rivers State in the suit. So, like the court said, what happened today is the rule of law at its finest. The court has said, look, there is no emotion in law in the judiciary. The law does not deal with emotions. What the law deals with is hard evidence. Hard evidence. And you recall that the court, the learned trial judge has said that the claimant's counsel came by way of originating summon, and also annexed or pleaded a video clip which is against the letter and spirit of Section 84 of the Evidence Act. For you to plead electronic evidence, there are 3 conditions that you must meet, as copiously stated in the Evidence Act, which the claimant didn't do. I refer you to a football match between Nigeria and Cameroon. You have people from Netherlands, people from Spain, people from America support the Nigerian team. And they wave the Nigerian flag from time to time when Nigeria scores. The question would then be, does that confer on them the citizenship of Nigeria? The answer is no.
I hear you, Mr. Lloyd. And I understand what the judge said, holding that the lawmakers are still members of the PDP. And what you're trying to say is that
because the PDP in itself, the PDP in itself sought to join the suit. And of course, you can imagine the funny thing that happened in the suit was that we have a situation where a defendant tried to oppose the joinder of a party. The PDP is a proper party in this suit, and they sought to join. So informed the court that, look, we do not have evidence of resignation.
I hear you, Mr. Lloyd, and the position of the court is that the claimants failed to provide proof as required by law. But that's interesting. That's interesting, Mr. Lloyd. Just hold on for a minute. They did say they are now members of the APC. I mean, it made the news. What am I missing here? Did they return back to the PDP, or they did not follow through with their decision to decamp?
Absolutely. I like the latter word that you use, follow through. You know, when I may wish to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and announce it to my friends. That does not make me the president. I will take steps. I will be a member of a political party. I will carry the card of the political party. I will participate in the primaries, in the presidential primaries of the political party. I will emerge the presidential candidate. Then I will contest the general election. Then I will be sworn. I will win. I will be declared winner by INEC. Then I will be sworn in. Then I will become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It pretty much sounds a lot like the fear of impeachment has made these lawmakers, rush back to the PDP, because up until the time, hold on a minute. Up until the time that they were threatening to impeach Governor Fubara, the acting chairman of the APC in Rivers State was claiming ownership of their membership. He did say he has told their members to go ahead with the impeachment.
My good friend, can I refer you to the story of Solomon and the two prostitutes in the Bible? The one who owns the child say, don't kill the child. When he grows up, he will look for the mother. The one who doesn't own the child say, destroy, kill. So that is the issue. If the acting chairman of the APC in Rivers State is satisfied with the conduct of the Amewule-led assembly and is desirous of having them as members of his political party, he has not offended any law. The only way is that he probably would have forgotten to give them the party register for them to put their name. It is at that point that they can become members of the All Progressive Congress. However, I don't think we should belabor this fact. The People's Democratic Party has said, look, we do not have on record any letter from these fellows, and they sought to join the suit. I think that is where all of this has ended.
All right. So for the state governor, it's a breath of fresh air for his administration, which he says has now moved on from the political turmoil of the past. The governor also did say he doesn't recognize this House of Assembly. The question is, how do they work without the recognition of the executive?
You know, there is no law that says that the governor must recognize the House of Assembly. That is a very uncharitable thing to say in a democracy. So I don't want your station to further that kind of narrative. It shouldn't be heard from TVC that the House of Assembly is at the beck and call of an executive. No, that is very wrong to say. The Constitution is clear. The Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution, 456, creates all the different arms of government. So if no one is at the behest of the other, it's a very unfortunate statement coming from the chief executive of the state.
You're not in any way suggesting that the TVC should not cover what the governor is saying.
No.
I just quoted what Mr. Governor said.
Not further that kind of narrative.
No, there's nothing like furthering. I'm just telling you what the governor said, right?
Okay.
All right.
It's unfortunate. That I am also telling you how I feel as a lawyer, that it's unfortunate for a governor of a state to make that kind of statement.
Mr. Lloyd, your tenure...
Dr. Lloyd, please.
Dr. Lloyd, your tenure and that of your colleagues as local government chairman expires this month, right?
But that is not correct. Ordinarily, it would have expired this month. But the Rivers State House of Assembly rose to the occasion because of the inability of the executive to conduct the election as prescribed by law. The Rivers State House of Assembly, heavily led by Martins Amewule, had to invoke the doctrine of necessity and extended the tenure of our tenure, because Section 7 of the Constitution says that local government administration must be by democratically elected officials.
All right, so we've had some of your colleagues
and today, Justice Batam has upheld all of the laws passed by the Amewule-led Assembly.
We've had some of your colleagues...
Which includes the amendment
Mr. Lloyd, can you hear me?
Local government law. Yes, I can.
We've had some of your colleagues, threatening not to leave office after the expiration of their tenure.
No, it is not. No, I don't think that is correct. It's not about threatening. We are law-abiding citizens. We are brought by the law. So it is not. It's not something. It is not something you capture. No, it is the law that keeps you in office. It is the law that takes you out of office.
All right.
So when the law speaks, everybody must behave.
All right. So do you think there is still a political solution to this problem, for the sake of development in Rivers State?
Now, when two persons are quarreling, you must see signs of reconciliation. If we all went before the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the father of the nation, and we agreed to do certain things, we came back, so a party kept its own side of the bargain, and another party is sponsoring people to go to court on his behalf. I don't know how reconciliation can come as a result of all that. I think all of this should end in the court. I don't want any political solution any longer. We have passed this. So that when the court speaks, my friend, at the end of the day, no governor or no state assembly will do APC or XYZ.
That's our time.
So it also will enhance our jurisprudence.
All right. That's our time. However, for Mr. Governor, he says he's now better consolidated his government in Rivers State past the political distraction of the past. We'll continue this conversation subsequently. Former member of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Chairman, Imoha Local Government Area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much. I like that.
Will organized labor resume its indefinite strike this week as we count down to June 12? Or will they just simply accept the 62,000 naira minimum wage in peace? We'll be talking about that shortly after this break.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do solemnly swear